Thank you so much for spending your time with me. Actually, what I have learned most from my patients is that a lot of the time we just want to be heard with no other agenda. Unfortunately, that requires time, which is the one resource that I have fought the most for throughout the entirety of my career.
Well, that is a nice lead into the who, what, and why of our conversation. Who is the audience? Why speak out? What are your intentions?
Too much for me to unpack with all those questions.
Perhaps for context, share how you have gotten to where you are now.
My journey has been fairly linear. Following high school, I received my bachelor's degree in biology. After that, straight to medical school. Following medical school, residency, and then I started my job where I'm currently employed.
How did you discover that your experience was not unique to just you?
Oh, that came about through breaking down and essentially reaching out. I thought it was just me. Those words shared as we clung to one another in a deep embrace. Clung may not provide the best illustration, as I recall her supporting my 5'11" wounded frame. We then began to share experiences, tears, and feelings. Raw feelings that were manifested by falsehoods. I am fortunate in that I am safe with her. Safe to share experiences that I thought were distinct to me. You see, I once believed that I was always somehow deficient, incompetent, and wrong. This decade-long incorrect thought pattern that determined my beliefs and later wounded my psyche. I was never going to meet their standards without compromising my Hippocratic oath. So I have decisions to make. By far the most impactful decisions of my professional career.
Have your patients directly expressed concern regarding the current culture of healthcare and medicine?
That is actually a big part of my why for even having this discussion. Most of my time with patients is now spent trying to explain or apologize or justify the current healthcare system. I frequently reference that this system was not made by me or my colleagues. We realize that healthcare professionals, patients, they're not benefiting from this system. Patients frequently ask me, will I get to see you next time? Because they're so used to the high turnover of specialists and primary care providers. My response usually is, although right now I do not feel like I am part of any type of solution, which has been demoralizing enough, I don't yet feel like I'm part of the problem. Once I feel like I'm contributing to this dysfunctional system, I am hoping that my moral compass will allow me to exit.
Have you expressed these concerns, and if so, to whom?
Yes, I have. Not just me, but also my colleagues and fellow physicians and healthcare providers. I have reached out to my current employer through the avenues of leadership and administration. I've written letters to my local politics. I've contacted legal counsel. I've shared my experience and my story through various forms of media, including social media.
So what would your advice be to a healthcare professional with regards to the current state of medicine?
I would say right now, realize that your experience and how you feel is valid. Use that in some capacity. Also, know that you're not inefficient, you're not slow, that you are enough. My advice to patients would be to advocate for yourself now more than ever. Speak up, be direct, request extended length appointment times with your provider. To the future of healthcare and medicine, what I have learned, the impacts from compassion and empathy are far greater than any drug or surgery that I have witnessed.